Happy Friday. Okay, I think that's good. So, happy Friday. Let me get my video up here so that I can chat with you. Okay, there we go. So, for those of you who wait a minute for people to join me live, but for those of you who are watching this on replay, today I'm scrapbooking 2 photos of my grandsons here, and it's on the same day, and my older grandson is reading to his younger brother, who's just a couple years younger than he is. So this is one day, and my daughter-in-law posted this because these two can fight like cats and dogs, as siblings can, but then again, they also can do lovely things like that, where they are, where they're enjoying each other's company and hanging out together. So, excuse me, guys. Sorry. I'm packing my scrap room, so I'm going through, goodness. Apparently, I don't remember how to swallow. Anyway, I was going through some pattern papers and my scraps to give to my sister-in-law for her classroom. They call that the good paper in her classroom. So they use it when they're embellishing their journals and all sorts of stuff like that. And I emptied 6 pattern paper folders of like little things. Like I grabbed my remaining My Mind's Eye paper that I haven't used. It would be really cute for the kids in the classroom to use it. I had a couple Felicity Jane scraps. There's still other things to do, like what do I do with all the Felicity Jane embellishments, that kind of stuff. But I will figure that out. But one of the things I found was my October afternoon envelope, and I still do definitely have scraps of that left. So we'll see if we can use any of these tonight. But the thing when I went through that bothered me the most is this paper, actually, and I have one more that I'm like, can you get this used up? This one, which is from Public Library, it's the car catalog paper from 2013. I loved this piece of paper when I bought it, and here I am 8 years later, and I still have not used it. I'm using this guy tonight. The other one is this one, the Cakewalk Sugar Sticks paper. I may have used a piece of this, but I still have this one sitting there, and this paper is from 2012. So this, my granddaughter's birthday is tomorrow. I have some fall cut aparts, just lots of other stuff. Then I have this cut apart card from that same collection. This is the journal cards for that. Not that you guys can buy this, but I'm thinking this stuff needs to be used up on this layout. So I thought it would be fun to take this cut apart here that says Storytime and use this one. So I'm just going to cut this just so I can play with it a little bit. And then I also have colors. And I loved October Afternoon. The other thing I did is I went into my embellishment boxes. Let me grab you one so you can see what it looks like. This is actually the one that the October Afternoon stuff came out of. So these are Michael's photo and craft storage keepers, and then they have these 4x6 boxes. So I label mine on the end of it, and sometimes if I have lots of different kinds of things, I'll label those specifically. And then this is really easy for me to go back in and find manufacturer's embellishments. So that's what that is. Well, I pulled out, I have 3 of them for October Afternoon. This one is really Christmas. This one is largely travel. There's a little, this doesn't fit in there. And then I have this kids one, so I'll maybe see if I can use something from there. And then I have this one, which is all the tabs and all those kinds of things. So anyway, I really want to get this stuff used. Oh, Cynthia, it should have been used a long time ago. Don't be admiring too much, really seriously. So the background of this is gray, even though this is brown. So I'm looking to see can I use this? You know, maybe we could do, let's see what I think about this. Maybe we could do something like this. So this is above, and then we have the drawers below. We could always do washi or something there. So kind of unusual, but maybe that's what I'm going to do to make this make a little more sense. Now I do have this blue paper too that would go really nicely with this. Let's see what I think. Do those guys look good on there? Yeah, I think they do. I still have this, which doesn't really work with any of these colors, but we can make it work by, I think, bringing in some grays, some greens or that kind of stuff. I do have this journaling piece. I have this Our Everyday Life in Photos and this Smile. Not sure these will work with this because of the orange. And then the other thing I'm bringing in to maybe just use is, oh, and this would be great. This is Ellie's Studio read phrase stickers from 2019. So there's one that says read out loud and one that says just one more chapter, which would be really cute. Now these are white, and then this is kind of creamy, but this is pretty white. Still kind of creamy, but we'll see if I can make that work. So thoughts of maybe using this stuff. Definitely want to get some labels and things on this. And I'm thinking of the choices of colors. I really like this a little bit better, this gray stripe, than I do this. This is so yellowed out, this blue. What I'll probably do with these papers is I'll probably put them in my faux solid pieces. So like this will go in my navy, that can go in my green, this can go in my gray, that can go in gold. And there are backs to these, of course, but I think I'm more likely to use those. I think one of the reasons I haven't used them is because there weren't a lot of things left that coordinated between each of them. So either that, or I'm going to save the October afternoon all together and then just know that that's something I need to use. And what I've been thinking about doing, because I booked my movers today, I'm going to be moving for sure in early May. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is do my, you know, I've been doing my Chamel kits, is pull together, add into the one I have now, and then pull that kind of a thing together so that I can just pull out a thing to scrapbook with if I really need some downtime. So even if my scrap room wouldn't be up and going, which when I moved here, it went really fast, but that's because I moved into a furnished house. I'm not doing that this time. So I'm thinking it might be beneficial to have something ready to go. So kind of mid-May is where I think you guys won't see me too much for a little while. Live anyway. I have videos all ready for you to go already, so just my regular weekly videos. Okay, I like the way that looks. So let's get that down. Ooh, that's a cool, that's a cool border too, isn't it? We'll see. Maybe I can use that as a border, maybe not. Of course, maybe not. Those are the two choices, Kelly. Anyway, if I had a little blue, light blue paper like this stripe here, I could use that. I might take a look and see if I do. I almost think this does need something to set it apart a little bit yet, whether that's another strip of paper. The problem with the cameras is you won't get a full like row. So I think I'm not going to use this. This is the camera bag paper. What collection is this? Oh, Travel Girl. Oh, I love that collection. And for those of you who are October afternoon fans and might know, I'm just going through the other pieces just to see if there's anything I can use here. I do have a little map kind of like paper. Maybe that would work. Otherwise, we've got yellow and red. Let's see. I don't know that the heart would be a particularly good border. And what I would probably do is bring it up because I already have a nice line there. Here. Sometimes this is the way I like to do it to see. Yeah, I think that's too much white. I'm thinking about something a little bit darker. So I have, let's see. So I'm losing the jet. So howdy, Harmony, and happy Easter to all of you that have said, so Tammy and Cynthia and Harmony, happy Easter to all of you. It's going to be a quiet one for me. My mom is not here, and then my sister and brother-in-law, one of their kids, my newest great-nephew's family, because they're moving this weekend, so they're actually flying out now, right now. But I'm number 3, so my granddaughter's birthday was on Tuesday, but we are doing a birthday party for her tomorrow, so that will be like kind of my celebration for Easter this year, which is fine. I have plenty of stuff to pack. So here's kind of a nice green to pull in the green from here. I know I haven't solved this yet, but I will. I promise. So just wanted to see if there was any like library inspired stuff here. These are really cute. All these things from like Farmhouse, and just looking to see if there's anything that can work at all here. These, you know, these cards that say store and that kind of stuff would have been perfect for some of the schooling layouts I've done, so I'll have to keep that in mind. It is good to go back through these every so often. Lots of these big cards that I haven't done a lot with. These would be great for making like a little a tag album, something like that. There's a little yellow, so these two things could go back to the color on that. So even though they're not, so I'm hoping, yeah, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Let's see. There was a collection called Farmhouse that had a lot of this stuff in it. That says 3. I don't mind using butterflies, but maybe not on this layout. That would get some red in there. Okay, so I think we have kind of a nice assortment of some different pieces there. Not sure about that one. Probably not if I'm using these pieces. And then, of course, I have all of these yet as well. And this. These, I think, are not going to work. I'll put them, they're right to my left hand there, just in case. So, yes, birthday cake. Oh my gosh. And my stepkids get the same birthday cake for all the kids' birthdays. It's this amazing buttercream, but it has whipped cream in it. So it's super light. And trust me, I'm okay with not super light buttercream. But it's amazing. It's so, so good. They get it from just it's a grocery store bakery in the area. Oh, that would be cute, this little My Fave piece. I should probably really think about maybe solving what I'm going to do here before I go any further. So I could use some green across here. I could use some gold or yellow, any of those colors. Now I know this is kind of a girly piece, but I'm okay with that. And then now that I think about it, I have these old Jenny Bolin tickets too. So if I use these, I could use some of those. So I'll pull those out just in case I think that's good. I did use a cassette tape on something earlier this week. There's some more green. And what did I do? I said I was going to solve that other problem, but I did not, did I? There's a nice green too. I could make a little tab up there. Okay, let's grab our washi tape. Well, let me grab my washi tape. Although I have enough that I certainly could share it with you guys and not miss it. That's the way it goes. Ooh, one of my, there we go. One of my little pieces was going crazy. Okay, I'm hearing weird noises and I'm wondering if there's a cat behind me or if I'm doing that. I think there's a cat behind me. My scrap room is a mess right now, you guys, because I have packing. I've been packing. So there's, but that's more of a Kelly green, which gosh knows I love that color, but that's more of the correct green if I wanted to do that. This is actually an October afternoon tape. And the thing I like about that is it is the aqua again. But the thing I do like about that is that it has like that script. So yeah, washi is very handy. I think this is Doodlebug. I think this might, I don't know, I think I'm going to go to this. The reason that is because even though I was thinking about trying to bring another color out, this I think will blend in a little bit more to the background. And this happens to be a Sunday. I know that because it happens to be my birthday when they were doing this, which was on a Sunday this year. So I got their 2020 albums. Well, they've been done, but I actually have to go through because they don't scrapbook in order and take out any spaces, you know, move layouts around a little bit. So I got that done yesterday. So 6 albums will be heading to them tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I'm really excited about it too because then I don't have to move them, right? Okay, now, I don't know about you, but it's October afternoon. This is calling for some ink. And I think I'm going to use my brown just because it is so brown here. Okay, there we go. So then I'll get these inked right here. And that will not, they're all one manufacturer, of course, but I think it'll help them sort of blend together a little bit more. So they are different collections. Let's see. Maybe, yeah, make these. I don't want it to look like it's going up a hill. And I almost still think I should set those photos off a little bit. I'm going to grab my blues and just see if I have anything that would work with this. It can't be too graphic or it's not going to blend. And if I don't, that's fine. Speaking of my mind's eye, there's another paper I need to use up. Okay, I do not have anything that's not pretty graphic. This is all the turquoise I have in pattern paper. That's sad. And since I put myself on a stash freeze, although I guess that is, I get really low on my faux solids, I'll sometimes allow myself to buy those. Okay, I'm just going to put these down as they are. This is one of those, we're making it happen no matter what kinds of things, what kind of, you know, whether I have the product or not. Because very soon I'm going to have to scrapbook from just a case. And that's it. Okay, I think that's good. I did trim these photos down. They were 4x6, but they were pretty, there's a lot of space to be used here. So this, I think what I want to do here, because there's nothing over here. So if I pulled that in a little bit, but I don't like the way that looks. Oh, there. That looks good to me there, I think. Just a little slight angle on it. Kind of to match the other angle. Okay, I think that works. Although now that I have this down, oh, I was going to say, because the back of this card has like an aqua-y blue, but it's different cards, so I guess there is no aqua blue. I was going to laugh if that happened afterwards. Okay, so now looking at what else do we do here. And I know that's a flowery thing, but that's okay. We're going to put some flowery things. Oh, and I do need to get a title on here somewhere, although this could be the title right here, this story time. The little happy here would go nicely. Okay, like that My Fave there. Now I do have some yellow here. And we could put some red down in here. I think once that's all cut off, that will all make a little bit more sense. Then maybe some blue up in here. Somehow we'll figure that out as I go. I don't think I'm going to use this tab up here because I already have this piece there. So I did use a few things. Now I do need to remember that I have these words to get in. So maybe just one more chapter can go down here, and then there's a read out loud too. So read out loud. Oh no, that was the one I thought of. So read out loud can go here. Just one more chapter can go here. Let's get these edges inked up. So cool that, I'm able to grab some October Afternoon, get it used up. And sometimes I like that to challenge me a little bit more. And what I was doing is I thought, oh my gosh, let me see if there's any photos of the kids reading. And sure enough, there were. So sometimes the inspiration comes from your, well, I guess it technically came from my photos here, but really it came from the product. And I think the fun thing about that is you scrapbook in just a little bit of a different way then. Okay, so then I'm going to cut this off here. And I think last week is the week that I was losing things, so I don't want to do that again. Or maybe it was, but now that I think about it, it was a video that I was making that you have not seen yet. I was like, oh my goodness. So, and maybe I only use one of these instead of both of these, but let's see what happens here. What do we think? Like that and that, maybe? Feels fun. I loved October Afternoon. Miss them so much. Great product, badly run company, unfortunately. Which, that's too bad. Okay, so I'm looking at just one more chapter. My question is, do I do that here? Yeah, I think so. But if I'm going to do that, this needs to come up just a little bit. Okay, then I want to ink the tickets and the Just One More Chapter, especially because with the Just One More Chapter, it's very white. And sometimes I'll take my foam pad and I will ink across whatever that surface is too. So we'll see. Once I get this on here, if I can do that, I'll show you what I mean. And I think I haven't added any ink or much ink to this. So what I just did is just a couple little swipes across this, so it's not quite so white. And it still looks very white, but that's okay. So then we'll do this little heart because it's so cute because the boys are being sweet brothers. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of foam tape to pop that heart up too, because we need stuff popped up here, I think. That's one thing I'm missing on this right now. I was going to say that 3 doesn't represent, there's a 3 there, but it doesn't represent anything. I've used those, stuff like that, sometimes to do ages and that kind of thing. Or if there's 3 children in the photo, but none of that is true with this one. And you guys, I'm starting to really love the way this looks. I think we'll need some enamel dots here. And I lost the My Fave because I dumped everything, forgot that was on there. And maybe some foam tape under that too. Just to get that popped up just a little bit. So lots of cute pictures this week. The kids have been on spring break, so my daughter-in-law keeps sending me photos, which is awesome. Not just because they're having fun, but it's awesome because she's saying, you can scrap these, basically is what that means. Oh, I forgot I had this one. I think I was going to put that in here somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe over here. And then I need to get, oh yeah, this one I need to have, say, read out loud. So maybe here with that, so it's a little bit separated from the happy. And then I can construct mine around that. Let's see, okay. Oh my gosh, Kristen had a great idea. For some reason, Kristen, there we go. For some reason, it was holding your comment. Anyway, there it is. So Kristen just said that the paper would look really cute if you put a slit in it and then had something popping out of a drawer. Oh my gosh, that would be darling. Like you could do it so you cut your, a slit here and then like popped photos out of it. That'd be so cute. Great idea. Okay, I don't really remember how I had these, but that's okay. That would be so darling. Brilliant, guys. You're all brilliant. Okay, this one may have been like up. This one is bothering me a little bit. Oh, here, let's try this red. Okay. Close enough. And I forgot to pull my enamel dots out. I was a bad girl. I am on a stash freeze, but I did buy some enamel dots this week. I'm in love with the Altenew enamel dot packs, and I was running out of a couple of colors, literally running out of a couple of colors, and I'm not going to run out of enamel dots. So I actually, Altenew just had some new collections come out, like with navies and things in it. So I just went online to their website and ordered them. So I kind of broke my stash freeze, but that's okay. And then what I think with this too, because I have that heart up, I have this up, I think I'll put this arrow up on foam tape as well, because that'll raise that off the background. So the reason I was thinking about that, oh, and I could do just the regular green. Nope, I think it's better with this. Oh, and this one too is kind of white, so there we go. Just enough to get it to have a little bit of thank you, Harmony. Harmony's making me laugh because she's forgiving me for breaking my freeze. It's my own. It's not a monetary thing. It's just I have to move. So I don't want to be moving tons of stuff. And I had done so well, at when I went back to work last year, I had to literally buy some of my lots of colors of my faux solids because I'd used so much. But I did 200 and some layouts, I think, during that time. 260 layouts, I think it was, seriously. But that's what I did to keep myself occupied. All right, almost. That looks like arm. Oh, here. There we go. How about like this? Then you can only see the M. Let me bring this up just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Absolution. Thank you, Barbara. And I was a Catholic. I was born and raised Catholic. So I totally understand absolution. Okay, we got to read out loud in there. Oh my gosh. And you guys, this one was pretty fast, really, considering I didn't have a huge idea of what I'm going to do now. I do need to go through and grab some colors of enamel dots. I'm going to try not to bump you. I'm thinking it would be good if I used some red because of all the red here. If I had any gold, that would be great. I don't know that I do. Oh, I have this kind of buttery yellow, so I think these can work because I want to get some red down in here. There's no red here, but there's a lot of red here and, you know, red there. So let's get some red in. And then also some of this buttery yellow. So let's look big dots. Look at that. I'm not even hiding them. Being daring tonight. And then this up here, I think we'll do some large and small ones. Yeah, I kind of like the way this is looking, actually. There's a lot going on down here in that cluster, so I think I'm going to bring it up here. Now, I could have used green, too, because I don't have any green up there, but I think we'll just minimize that green a little bit more. It's okay. I think that would have been a little bit too much, just for me personally. Okay, so let's get, so red. There's 3 red dots left, so I could do, I think I'm going to do the medium up there too. And then let's get a red dot here. Let's do a yellow dot, but small up here. Oh, I made my life difficult with this one. It's hard when you have something that small. Okay, let's just do it there. And I'm not going to do a title per se, although I could do like Brothers Storytime, something like that. And I certainly have plenty of mini markets. I could use some mini markets there. So maybe just Sweet Story Time. That's what we'll do. Let's do Sweet Story Time up here. And I'll grab some of my mini markets. Let's use all the things. Oh, and I have like 1,000 of the old label sticker things too. Gracious Kelly, gracious. So that would kind of blend in. And I think that might be good. Let's do that. Let's just blend it in here a little bit. I think I'll live dangerously. See if I can make this work without having to use a piece of wax paper. I don't even know if I have wax paper down here. Okay, so Tammy just asked a good question, and she said enamel dots confuse her, and she doesn't know where to put them. So, it's a personal thing. The first thing I would recommend, if you're new to enamel dots, is do 3 of them in each of your clusters, and then instead of what I just did, I would stick to the same color if you're new to them, because it's just easier. You don't have to fool around and try to figure out colors and what looks good and that kind of a thing, okay? So, and you could go through and use either a color you have, use a color from your layout, maybe one that you feel like is missing. Like I said, I didn't have any red here, and I am really not loving this yellow one up here. So hang on a second as I'm going to try to get that off there. Maybe I'm just going to put it there. Okay, so, so first of all, do 3 in each cluster, 3 enamel dots in each color. Stick with one color. So a color from your layout that you like. The other thing, so one of the easiest things I could have done with this is picked out like this bluey or this aqua color and just done 3 of those. That would have been really simple. I'm not using it to accent anything, just makes that easier. Then what I like to do with enamel dots is, as I'm playing around with these a little bit here, is I like to usually find an edge of something. So you can see like I have it on the edge of this card, I have it on the edge of this piece on this cluster, and on this one as well. Here I have them on edges. On this one I did bring it out a little bit, so that's a little bit more. Don't worry about that. Just if you want to do, you know, just put them on edges, because what I could have done, let me just pull this off. We'll show you this so that it makes more sense to you, because that works there. There we go. Okay, and actually I'm going to pull this down over here a little bit. And the reason I did that is because it felt a little bit too close to that red one. That's a personal thing. So now these are all on edges of things. So find an edge to put them on. Little small pieces like this are really hard to do them on. You could, instead of doing 3 here, you could just do 2 and it would look fine. And maybe that's what I'll do, because that extra one is bugging me here. But use 3 and just keep and do that. You know, so find an edge in your clusters, kind of separate them, that kind of thing. And that's how easy they can be. And I like them because they add just a tiny bit of shine to your layout and a little bit of a different texture to your layout. So that's how I started using them, Tammy. And then, you know, just kind of go there from there. The other thing that you could do is maybe take a couple of them and put them in a line. You know, you could do, I've done them where I've done, you know, 2 in a line on something. And don't worry so much about, did I get it in the right place or not? It's going to be fine. Really, it, like anything, this is all kind of just to your eye, what your eye likes, what my eye likes as the person who's telling this story. So don't get all, you know, worried about, does that really look right? And I just had a thought about something here, you guys. Let me see if this is going to work. See the fave here, and I don't like have this with a little circle or anything under it. I'm wondering, I'm going to live dangerously here, if I can put this under here and do it like this. Let me see if I like that. I kind of do, because then it echoes what's going on down here. So I'm still going to put the fave thing up on the foam tape, although I have to get a new piece of foam tape. I just saw that as I was working this. I'm like, you know, I have one of those florally scallopy things left, and I could do that. So we get to change our mind, right? Anyway, as Harmony, I did see Harmony's comments about her layout feels naked if it doesn't have enamel dots. And I think the thing about them is they're a little finishing touch. They also act like, I think the other thing that acts that way is, sequins do kind of the same thing, is they act like a little finishing touch on your layout. Just thinking, do I want a little bit more color in there? And I'm going to change where these enamel dots are now based on adding some of these extra things in once I see if this works. Sorry, my hand is in the way. Yeah, I think I will. I'm going to add my fave there instead of hanging it off the edge of the picture. And then we'll show you what I'm going to do with enamel dots there. Because now I think I can get 3 of them up there, and I think it makes sense. Oh, sorry guys. ATG alert. ATG falling. Okay, I'm not getting, I have so little ink on this, it's starting to get hard to see. Yeah, and that's a good way, you know, Tammy, what you just said. That's, oh yeah, and Barbara said she uses rhinestones in the same way. Exactly. Rhinestones, enamel dots, all those little finishing touches. If you think about it, they just give your layout a little bit more texture than what you have. It's a texture that's different then the paper and the stickers and the die cuts and all that kind of stuff, that's how I use them. Okay, so let's get this back on here, and then we're going to change where the enamel dots go here. Okay, much better. Much, much better. All right. So I don't have a big one, so I'll do this. So I found an edge there. I have this red one. So I'm going to find an edge here. And then I have one more that I'm going to do, and I'll find an edge. And now what I want to do is I don't want that in direct line to anything else. So if I put it right here, which I do like, it's right below that, so that's not good. If I put it right here, that's right across from that one. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. I think I'm going to move that red one over just a little bit. Let's move the red one up there. All right, so now I have all of those, all of these all laid there. Welcome, Susan. I'm doing virtual Good Friday service, and I decided to do, since it's virtual, my church does not require masks, and that freaks me out. So I'm going to do it virtually, and they started late. We had a late service today, so I decided I'll just do it after I see you guys. I don't mean that sounded awful. I'll just do it after I see you guys. I really love Good Friday service, and it made me sad that I wasn't going to go, but I can't do it. And Wisconsin Supreme Court ruled this week that the extended health order, which allowed us to have a mask mandate, is illegal for lots of different reasons. You know, Wisconsin, you guys know the story. It's been crazy. It's okay. So yeah, I think you're right, Harmony. That scallop made a lot of sense there. You could see the My Fave, but now you really can see it. I think that makes a huge difference. And it makes sense now too, because we have kind of 3 scallopy pink circles, that kind of a thing. And you guys, for a layout that I had no idea what this was going to look like, and I did not know I was even going to do this until I walked down here. I love it. So that's the first one. And since this went so fast tonight, let's do another one, especially since our friend Susan just got here. So I pulled these photos out, and these are photos from my grandson when they went back to in-person school. So I just want to look up the date. The other one's easy to remember. Okay. So what I think I'm going to do is, because there's a lot of snow here and not a lot of photos, I think I'm going to cut these down to 4x4s. Of course. Honestly, Susan, I was going to do it again, seriously, another one, but since you're here, let's make sure we do it, right? So this is just the kids, and one of these children is my grandson here. I think it's oh wait, nope, he's right here. Like, I had to find him. So let's see. I don't know if there's a progression to this. I don't think there is. Now, these two are kind of the same. Do I want the one with more action in the middle? To the right? I wish snow was that easy to get in real life. Yeah. Okay, I'm almost thinking... Yeah, I think I'm going to put the one with more action in the center. And just since, you know, I was doing this, let me see if there's anything that maybe we could use. There's a navy. So that might be kind of cute here. Now this, again, is very creamy. I have my winter things here. Here's some stickers, some old stickers. Oh, here's a cute navy sticker that says "Snow Much Fun." So when I use navy with snow, I love to use red as well. And actually, let's do this. I'm going to use use the same layout, the same kind of layout in the same direction. Makes sense. The other way we could do it is we could make it go down this way. I'm not sure this is the right sheet of paper for this because it is a little, it's both chevrons and that might make our eyes hurt. But let's see. I don't know. I don't think that's so bad. What do you guys think? Is that making your eyes hurt? Oh. And I just found this mitten tape in red. Red and pink. Let me cut this off and then see. Let's see. Barbara says yes, use the red. If I'm interpreting that right. Let's cut it and see what we think. Right now there's a little bit too much. Actually, I'm going to cut it so it's only a 5-inch piece of paper. Yeah, I think it's different, right? And then we can put this little mitten border on, and that'll be fun to see. That'll be kind of cool to see what happens when you use the same design, but with different papers. Because, you know, we're the only ones that are going to know that it's really the same design. Nobody else will pay any attention to that at all because they'll be so busy looking at the papers. That's crazy. I would never have said that would have worked together. Tonight is about using up all the things. Okay, then, so this is really, I think this is really about being in person, but there's a little winter here, so I could do winter in person. And that's what I think I'll do. I don't know if I've ever used this washi before, so yay for finally doing it if I haven't. This is from Freckled Fawn, and it's old. I haven't ordered anything from Freckled Fawn in an age, so I don't know how old this is, but it's very old. So then, I don't know if you guys know about this trick, but you can really see the blue behind this. Sometimes what I'll do is find the pattern and match it up and put a second layer on. Now, it's not perfect, or it's not making, like, it's not covering up the blue. You can really still see the blue behind it, but it's not quite as noticeable. So it's just a little, you can still see the blue. It still looks like washi tape, but it's not so in your face here. And I think we want to see that lovely paper. So let's do that. And I'll just make it like even top to bottom here. And then there'll be 2 more layouts done for the 2021 albums. Okay, and we've already cut off a lot of this poor teacher or aide here. I don't think we want to cut any more of her off, so I'm going to just overlap these 2 photos here. Okay, good. So here's the winter. Let's see what I think about how does that look. Now we have white here again, but this is white, that's white. So I think I'm okay with that. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to just lightly put it there. In the interest of using all things October afternoon, I think I have red mini markets, and I do. So I can use either a whiter one or a cream. And I'm going to use the cream pen because I think it goes back to the color here, and this red is a little bit more red. So can I say oh, I can't do in person. Winter, not on campus doesn't work. Winter at school, maybe I could do. Winter at No L. winter fun. And can I do outside? Let's see. I can do winter. No, I can't do winter fun because I don't have an N. Oh, I do have an N though, you guys. It's a U upside down. So I can do winter in person. I'm going to go grab, in this particular case though, I am going to go grab my, I do have some, what do you call that? Wax paper. So the reason I want to do this is because then I can get a good idea of where in person is going to land. And I would agree with you guys too. I think the yeah, winter together would have been good too. But since the theme of this really should be that it's in person learning again, let's go with that. And I think this will be a nice mix of getting the cream and white together. Okay. And then just another U. I am the pro of MacGyvering and I almost forgot to. Well, not the best pro, but you know what I mean. I do it a lot. There we go. Perfect. And I really like this color and this color together. Now, I've got some of this pinky red, but in that mitten thing, but I'm sure, like here, there's the pinky red that we can bring in up there or something. We can do something with this. And I'm just looking as I was pulling stuff out. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's cute. I did grab some snowflakes to maybe use. And I just realized that I didn't put normally I put my cord, my plug-in cord for my phone, which hangs off of my phone out of the way. But I guess you guys can't see it, so that's good. I like to work with my phone plugged in, just then I don't have to worry about battery dying. Although with this, my new phone, my battery doesn't die. Not like my last one. And now we're done. Okay, so I almost have this done. And then we can start the fun stuff, which is the embellishing part, right? There we go. I like that what a day there too. And I have blue snowflakes, I have navy snowflakes, I have red snowflakes. So those could go down too in a different place. So let's just get that guy up there. And then okay, not sure I love that on there. I would like to get, although that could go there. Not loving it, but I would like some sort of journaling card. So let me bring these over so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to pull out colors again and see what I can find. Although I might have some labels that would work with this okay. There's that one that would work. That could work, that little tab, although I'd like more room to have more to say, I guess. There's a date again. I think what I need to do is grab my labels. Okay, nobody make fun of me. For some reason, they're holding comments to review tonight, so I had to let Cynthia's go through. It says I'm the MacGyverist. Very cute. So here's my shame. I reveal all to all of you. So these are all the label stickers I still own. Seriously, Kelly. Like, I could not have used any of these prior. Just kind of looking to see. I don't even know if I have navy in these. Or the red. That's more burgundy. Certainly, here's a red too. That would work. Okay, so this one's a possibility. I'm going to just pull this one out. There's a date sticker here too. There is a blue, but we don't have that light blue in here. I could, however, actually we could, because I have a light blue snowflake, so that I could maybe pull down into here, and then I could do a blue up here with maybe a date sticker or a red one, because I'm not above doing something like this. There we go. That's what I'm going to do here. Just want to, there's a tree there that I want to get this over. Okay, so there we go. That'll bring those colors back in, and let me pull these out. I don't think I need any of those. And I'm going to cut off the edge here. I have a hard time scrapbooking if the extra pieces are still on. It's just a spacing thing for me. I always admire Chamel when she can do that. Okay, so one of the important things for me to do is to get this sticker right here on. Because it brings in the blue from up there. I'm just going to play with this a little bit. Sorry guys, I hate putting my hands in the way. Maybe they come underneath. And I'll probably raise that up. Oh, and I like that Snow Much Fun. Okay, that actually I think works really well right there. And then we want to get at least a snowflake up here. And we'll pop this up. So let's pop these up. At least that one. Navy. Well, the winter is down here. I'm still not loving how this looks. I'm just going to cover part of that what. I like it better this way. We can do some more enamel dots on this one too. Thanks, Harmony. I do have a label problem. In my defense, though, that's an old label problem. Actually, I transferred my love of October Afternoon labels to Ellie Studio labels. Who am I kidding? I do have a label problem. It's one of the things is I don't pull them out because they're so yellow now. So that's kind of an issue. Okay, there we go. So we have the light blue, the reds, and I'm okay with this. This is a little bit of a different red, but I think that's okay. It will just deal with that. And I think that's good. We've got this coming across here like this now. So let's see. Do I have enough red dots? No, I do not. Not in that. But I have these crazy pebbles ones that made a flag. Actually, let me look through my enamel dots. Sorry guys, I'm going to hit you if I hit you. So this is my little bag of, it's a old 31 little square bag, and I love this thing. At one time, last spring, this was so full, I could not put my fingers in here. Like I couldn't flip through anything because it was so full. So I have made major headway, and these are the Altenew dots I'm talking about. It's like $4.99 for a sheet of 163. There are a few stars and hearts, but most of it is really dots. I have all these crazy flat ones too. Let's see. That's a really different red though. Maybe, maybe not. I also have pearls too. Let's do that. Was that Barbara saying that she does it with... Barbara, I think you said you did it with like gems or something. So let's do that. Let's do something different. I haven't used pearls in ages. So that would be good. It brings in a different red too. It's back to that kind of a red. So I think it's good that we'll have that in here. And I kind of like the shininess because it's a you know, snowy layout. Okay, there we go. Harmony says she buys all the hearts and stars. Well, thank you, Ellie's Studio. So just scattering them in threes again here. And you could do more. You don't have to do just three. There we go. These are old Doodlebug mini pearls from a long time ago, 2013. I don't use them as much, and I really do like them. They add a little bit of shine. Okay, so we have 3 of each there. I think that's good. I think I'm gonna call this one done. Again, really simple. Okay, so let's pull them out side by side because these are the same 2 designs, which I think it's fun to look at this. Same 2 designs, and look how different they look just because of the paper we used. Even though I used washi on both, I cut. This is both almost 5 inches. But because of the different kinds of supplies we use, because I did the title here, it's different. It looks different. And on both of them, we combined white and cream. So I think that's another thing. When you combine white and cream, just make sure that you don't have one white thing on a whole cream page or one cream. That way they'll all work together much, much better. So I think that, yeah, I love how this turned out. I think it was kind of fun just to do something different. This is a go-to design for me too, by the way. It's something that Shamel did, oh my gosh, probably 5 years ago, where she did a band of paper across the top and then another piece here. And one of the things I like about this design is you can do a really wild design. Like this is kind of wild, right? It's all in your face. This is actually too, but this really is like one of those big floral papers. And then do something that's really more monochromatic or a faux solid up here, and it gives your place to rest. And I think she did like 2 pictures and then a 3x4 card up here, which I will often do, or I just do the 3 pictures across here. And this is definitely a go-to for me, as you guys have probably seen if you've seen me scrapbook. So fun, something, you know, just different. And I used up a whole bunch of October afternoon. Well, not a whole bunch because I have a lot of October afternoon, but I did use a decent amount of October afternoon out of my October afternoon envelope, which makes me very, very happy. All right, you guys, it was fun scrapping with you as usual. I will be back again next week at some point, you know, next weekend at some point, not sure when. I'll let you know when I'm going to stop doing lives for sure. I know I will not do a live the first week in May. I can tell you that because I'll be moving. And I don't know if I'll even be able to find my clothes at that point, much less scrapbook stuff. So anyway, well, you guys have a great weekend. You guys have a great Easter. If you observe Easter, have a good time with your families if you're going to be able to see your families this weekend. And I will be back next week. Bye, everybody.